So much work goes into pastoring, so many things that you're never really prepared for. And one of those things is the truth and reality that pastoring can sometimes become stale. And what I mean by that is not that the call is stale, not that the people are stale, but that the day-to-day things that you're doing can become stale. You can work yourself and pastor yourself into a box of unfulfillment, a box of unhappiness and stress and worry and just plain not feeling good about what you're doing. But there's a new way that pastors are getting outside of that box and stepping into new levels of fulfillment, a new area where they feel like their work is valued and that they're able to actually reach people. Sometimes as a pastor, you don't know if you're reaching people or not, and you have to just trust God in that area. But what if you could be more practical in your approach to helping people, and specifically helping people in an area of need that they have, that you have easily mastered, conquered, or learned how to deal with? Each of you has a gift, a calling, something that's unique to you that no one can take away from you, no one can take credit for, but that God has placed in you, whether through just unique giftings and anointings, whether through experience, whether even through education or just trial and error. But you have some things that you are really, really good at, that you know how to navigate through, that you've learned how to acquire, or that you've learned how to do better than most people know how to do. And the truth is, there are people out there in all the world right now Googling and looking for your solution. But they can't find you and they can't pay you because you haven't packaged it and put it together yet. What if we could take the things that are on the inside of you, the things that you've gone through that you know you can do with your eyes closed, package it in a way where people who are looking for that can find you and can pay you to help them through that problem? How much more fulfillment would you have? How much greater would you feel waking up every day knowing that you get to serve people, not just in the pulpit, not just as their spiritual leader, but also as a practical guide in areas that you feel comfortable in, areas you feel just excited about talking about and dealing with? What if that could become a new layer to your pastoring? Not taking away from what you're already doing, not adding more hours and hours to your life, but in fact, actually freeing you from having to work a job if you're doing that, freeing you from being under the constraints of the salary that your board can afford to pay you at the church, if you even get that, to free you from feeling like you have to hustle and bustle just to be able to make ends meet. But your gift will make room for you. You just have to plug into the right strategy so that you can know how to message and how to reach the people that need what you have to offer. In just a few hours a week, you could impact people's lives so much, and they could pay you because of the value that you're bringing, that you no longer need your 9 to 5. You no longer need the salary from the church. And now you can invest more back into your ministry because you've created your own stream of income. You've increased your fulfillment. So now you're not as stressed. Now you don't live in that box that you once were feeling like you were stuck in. If this is resonating with you whatsoever, then I invite you to join my next masterclass, where I will be teaching exactly how you can plug in this framework that I've used to go from being stuck in a 9 to 5, to go from being a person who might have needed a salary from my church, to now being able to have my own income, my own business, my own freedom of time, where I can invest everything that I want and need to into my ministry without having to worry about finances, because my gift takes care of me. My applying what I know and who I am to those who need it out in the world has allowed me to be able to walk in a new level of freedom and fulfillment that I never thought was possible. And I want to show you how to do that. If you click the link that's down below, you'll be able to join and register for my next masterclass. And in that, I'm going to give you these tools so that you too can escape the imprisoned pastor life. Imprisoned by finances, imprisoned by the time constraints, imprisoned by the mundane day-to-day things that you're doing that aren't bringing you joy, and truthfully aren't getting people the best results that they could be getting. You're going to be a better pastor when you free yourself from that. You're going to be a better spouse. You're going to be a better father or mother. You're going to be a better community leader when you no longer are in the constraints and feeling the weight of ministry. Yeah, there's always going to be the enemy on every side trying to discourage you, trying to talk you out of it. You can't escape that, but you can dictate how you respond to it and how it affects you. The wealthy pastor mindset is not just about finances. Finances are included. You will be blessed. People go to work, they go make their money, they go and sustain their family through their job or whatever it is. Pastors, we're no different. We have to be able to live. And yes, God will provide, but God will give us doors that we then have to walk through. God won't open a door and then push you through it, but he'll open it and you have to do the work of walking through it. You have to be the one to put in the effort to be able to allow God's provisions to meet you. They have to meet you. And so this is a way that you can step out of the place where you feel tied and strapped and not really happy with what you're doing and into a place of purpose, divine calling, and fulfillment like you've never experienced before.